As to whether Tencent will ever mention other Tugs characters, for the moment, no. For the simple fact, to my knowledge, there are no other Tugs models for trains. Certainly not any to the same quality as Wild Nor'Westers. So if either he or anyone else does put out similar quality models, perhaps I will include them, but that seems to be a very big if. Which episode you've made so far is your favourite? Ghost. What made you choose Edward to be the narrator? I think it was because when I was conceiving this series, I came across something that read Edward was the oldest engine on Sodor, and I thought, well, that's just perfect. Like, not only is he a well-known and well-liked character, but he's also the oldest character, so who better to tell the stories of Sodor than the one who has seen much of the island's history unfold? So, yeah, it was just really a perfect deal. How many episodes will there be, and will you make a second series? There'll be 15 episodes for this season of the Stories of Sodor, and in answer to the second half of the question, yes, there will be a second series. If all goes well, I'm hoping to release that around August. Who are your top 10 favourite Thomas characters? They would be from 10 to number 1, Gordon, James, Toby, Percy, Mavis, Emily, Duck, Edward, Mavis, Diesel, and Henry. I don't know whether they'll surprise anyone with Henry being at the top of my list instead of Edward. Of course, this might also surprise a few people, but Edward isn't actually my favourite character. That's not to say I hate him. Like, I don't hate any engine, really. Like, even Daisy, like, she's my least favourite character, but that's not to say I hate her. Why is Henry my favourite? Well, the reason for that will be answered in an upcoming question. How long does a production of each episode take? Well, the first 11 videos of this channel, that was Ghost and everything that came before it, I actually developed all those videos over, I think it was a 4-year period, mainly because I just didn't have the same motivation that I do now. Like, the sheer success of this channel has motivated me to get more detailed production schedule. So in answer to the question, it takes me about a week to produce an episode. Although I did get on a real roll once and actually made 2 episodes in the same week. So whether they're any good, whether those 2 episodes are any good, I'll let you guys decide. Do you have plans for a movie adaptation of your series? Possibly. My plan more relates to season 2 of Stories of Sodor, in which I will be planning to do maybe something unique as far as Thomas the Tank Engine's stories go. But one thing I can say about myself is that I'm always prepared. So So my idea will work if it's split between a couple of episodes, as is the current format of my series. But tell you what, I'll make a deal. If this channel hits 2,000 subscribers, then I'll proceed to my alternate plan of combining said episodes into a movie length feature. What will it actually be? Well, maybe I'll break my own rule here by potentially not giving away spoilers. But if you've been paying attention to the timeline of my series up to this point, I'm sure you can guess what it will relate to. That's all I'm going to say. Why do you use the SI3D TVS models rather than Wild Nor'Westers RWS models? Because my primary saturation with Thomas the Tank Engine came from the TV series. In fact, I will actually confess something. For the longest time, I didn't actually know Thomas the Tank Engine was based on a book series. Kind of obvious in hindsight, really. Like, the best works usually are based on books. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever read a Railway series story. Yeah, I don't think I have actually. I did once have a big book that contained all the stories, but I was still a little kid at the time, and I was mostly just interested in the pictures. So yeah, I don't think I ever did read a story. So some Thomas fan I am, eh? How many seasons do you plan to do? As many as I can for as long as I enjoy doing this. Would you consider getting voice actors for the series? No, simply because it's just quicker and easier for me to do it this way. But who knows, maybe as time goes by perhaps I will get voice actors. What kind of mic do you use? I use the Audio-Technica ATR 2100 USB. It's a real beauty. It's light, it's compact, it's incredibly sturdy, and offers very good quality recording. Is it true everything in Australia tries to kill you? No, of course not. I mean, granted, 8 of the 10 most poisonous snakes in the world do live here in Australia. Then there's also the cassowary. Those things kill, I think, up to 10 people a year. Dingo packs can be pretty dangerous. Even kangaroos can be pretty aggressive when they want to be. But yeah, you should be fine, provided you don't get on the bad side of any wildlife. I mean, granted, also, I think about 90% of this country is covered by desert, but if you don't go to the desert, it's not really an issue. But then if you do live near the bush, you do have to watch out for bushfires, which can be pretty bad. But you can always retreat to the water. All you got to worry about there is the platypus, which has a poisonous barb. Then there's also the blue-ringed octopus, stingrays, and I think about maybe 24 types of sharks as well. And yeah, there's also the rip currents. Those can drag you out to sea pretty quickly. But yeah, I think that's not. Yeah, other than that, you should be fine if you visit Australia. But if you do plan on visiting Australia, watch out for all that, and of course also take care of the infamous drop bears. If you're probably wondering what the hell is he on about? Is he just teasing us? Well, yeah, I kind of am, but a drop bear is actually a real thing. Well, real in a cultural sense. If you want to know what I'm talking about, just follow the link in the description or click on the screen. I promise you will laugh yourself silly. Okay, I think this might be a good place to leave it for today. Just noticed the runtime for this video, and I don't think I'm even a quarter of the way through the questions yet. If I were to continue to keep going, this video runs the risk of maybe going for 4 hours, and I think that would qualify as cruel and unusual punishment. And besides, I think you lot are probably sick of listening to me ramble on. So, yeah, like I said, I'll leave it for today. For those of you whose questions I did skip over up to this point, I do apologize. I hope you won't take it personally, and I hope you still nonetheless found this enjoyable and informative. I certainly have had a lot of fun making this video, and I look forward to making the other parts. So as for that, I guess I don't really know how many parts this Q&A session will be split up into. Yeah, it could be 2 parts, it could be more parts, who knows. But don't worry, I'm not going to leave you guys hanging for a week in between the parts. The next one I'll upload tomorrow, and if there's another one after that, I'll upload it the following day. So I guess that's all I have to say today for now. For those of you who submitted your questions, thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.